Let's walk through Samson's life. Extremely gifted man with great success, physical prowess that was out of this world. And it's so easy to confuse your giftedness with laxity in regards to how you carry yourself. One of the things I so love about God, but yet so confusing about God, is this. God could grace me or anoint me to do something, and I can sense His presence, and I sense His pleasure in that area of my life, and I feel so talented and so gifted and so successful in doing that, but yet I could be living a life of disobedience in one major area of my life, and yet God doesn't withdraw His gift or withdraw that feeling that I have that feels like, man, God's anointed me. And that's why you can even find preachers who preach powerful messages, and they'll go and sleep with women in their congregation. And sometimes they'll do that for years. And in some instances, even father children in their congregation, not with their wife, with other women. And it's not just men doing that, women doing that as well. Now, don't look at me like, oh, my Lord. I mean, this is real. This is real. This is real. And one of the mistakes, like Samson's biggest mistake was this. He could not see that though God gave him a clear mission, he became distracted. And I want us to stay focused on why God created us. He created us for His pleasure. And He created us for a mission. And whatever the mission is that God may have assigned for you to do with your life, don't get tripped up by sex sins. Sex sins is one of the most damaging, and if I can use the word, damning kind of sins. You know why? Because it stains us. It stains us in our creativity. It stains us because we have this gift that Satan doesn't have. Satan cannot create. No angels can create offsprings. Only us human beings. And what Satan does in his wicked, scheming, tricky, conniving, manipulative ways is to get us to defile ourselves or stain ourselves sexually. And then, in a sense, he's so jealous of our ability to create offspring, which he cannot do, that he oftentimes causes us to be tripped up in our sexuality. He tripped up Samson. The mighty Samson, powerful over here, ripping lions to shred, killing 30 Philistines, with just so quickly, effortlessly. But here he is, next minute, he's going to a prostitute. And what he couldn't see is this. Samson, if I was there, and if I was Samson's pastor, and I saw Samson about to go into that prostitute's house, I would say to him, Samson, don't be seduced by your gifts, Samson. Don't think that because you're gifted that you can still do whatever you want to do sexually. Don't take advantage of God's grace, God's kindness. Samson, don't bring this grace to the kingdom of God by your behavior. Samson, opportunities to be used by God should be treasured and not squandered by seduction of sin. Sin is very seducing. And oftentimes, it's because there are needs that we have in our lives that go unmet. You know, when someone falls sexually, it's often because they have this big emotional need. Samson's emotional need was never addressed. Samson's pain of betrayal by his wife towards him was never addressed. And when you read through the narrative about Samson's life, and we'll walk through some other portions, you'll see that Samson never became close with anyone else.